story. My family migrated from Europe during the Second World War. It was a difficult time. They were brave enough to start their lives in a new country, learn a new language, and because of the war, it was really hard for them to find a job. My father was a very successful entrepreneur. He started as a swim teacher, and he ended up building 2 fitness centers, very huge. And while I was a child, I had the opportunity to experiment all types of sport. Everything that they offer in this fitness center, my father used to enroll his kids into the program. So I ended up practicing and training almost all types of sports. My mother was a lawyer, and she helped him out on the business. And they were very successful. I think they had like 100 employees one time. My family built a summer camp on the mountains, and I used to spend all my vacations in the summer camp. I ended up going more than 28 times over there, made a lot of friends. I was very used to get to know people from all over the places that travel to this summer camp. I really enjoyed meeting new people and learning about their cities, learning about their culture. This was something that really made me happy. And they ended up having some lawsuits, and they lost almost everything they had. We had to sell our house, and we moved to a little town, and we bought a small farm in this town. Our lives changed so much. We started from scratch in this little farm. My parents went all the time to the city to work, so we spent the mornings in the school and the afternoons by ourselves. I have 3 siblings, and we started our life in this new city. It was strange for us to adapt, of losing everything and starting from scratch. But at the same time, our family got very close together with this experience. When I was young, because of the struggle that my family had, I decided to start selling things. And I really enjoyed selling things. I sold jewelry, I sold clothes, and my mother was always supportive of me, helped me out. And they were able to rebuild their lives. My father started working with orchids. He was very known in this area. In our farm, we had more than 100,000 orchids over there that he grew to sell, and he participated in expositions, national wild, international wild. He was involved with some nonprofits like SOS Mata Atlântica, and he created a project called SOS Orchids. And my parents said, if you wanna do a very good college, you might change to a different high school. So I changed to a different high school in the city. It was really hard to adapt because those kids were studying English and German for more than 12 years, and I didn't know very well how to speak other languages. When I turned 15, I had the opportunity to go to Germany. It was my first time abroad by myself. I spent a month there learning German, and when I came back, I was able to follow up with the school. I was able to interact with the teacher, and I ended up my high school speaking fluent German. I was really proud of that. And I wanted to study medicine, but the college over there was so expensive, my parents couldn't afford, and I decided to study hotel management school. But to study hotel management, I should learn more languages. So before I start college, I went to Switzerland for 3 months to learn French. And it was really fun because I spent my day in the school in the French part of Switzerland. And my family used to live in the German part of Switzerland. So I spoke German, Swiss German in my house, and at the school I spoke French and Spanish because my best friend was from Mexico. It was the second time I was exposed of speaking a lot of languages, knowing people from different cultures, and this enriched a lot my life. When I came back, I entered into college, I studied hotel management, and during this period that I was studying hotel management, my father asked me if I wanted to run their camping place, this summer camp that they had in the mountains. And I said, but I'm only 19, how am I gonna do that? I don't know anything about business. And he said, don't worry, I'm gonna be your mentor. And my mom and him mentored me for 6 years. I did a great job over there. Every year we doubled the amount of the revenue of this place. And I learned a lot. Running the kitchen, running the activities. During the week I was studying. I was going to the college and visiting schools and visiting places, trying to sell packages, and during the weekend running the summer camp. And on the year of 2000 I got married, and at the same year my father passed away. For me it was a really hard moment. He had a lot of business, so I had to help my mom to close his businesses and deal with all the problems when a person died. And we decided to rent this summer camp place to another person to run. My family advised me to start going out and learning more, acquiring more experience to grow in my career, and one day maybe I could come back. And I thought this was a good idea. I grabbed an opportunity to work to an international franchise that was opening in Brazil. And I went to United States, to Atlanta, for 2 months to learn how to run this business. I came back to Brazil, and it took several months to adapt all the material, translate everything, adapt to Brazil, and we were able to open the first franchise in Brazil. And I found the perfect MBA for me, but the cost of this course was almost the double of what I was making. And I enrolled myself anyway. I applied for a scholarship, and I got the scholarship, and I was able to finish this MBA. This MBA was done in English, and they had a partnership with a Canadian university, so I spent some time in Canada. And during this period I got pregnant, but I didn't want to lose time on my career, and even having a baby, I wanted to keep growing my career. So I decided to start looking for a new job while I was studying my MBA. And when I was almost due, I got an amazing job. But the guy that interviewed me said, but you're gonna get your baby in a few months, how are you gonna do it? I said, don't worry, I'm gonna move to my mom's house and everything's gonna work fine. So I moved to my mom's house with all my family, and I was able to start this new job when my first daughter was 2 months old. I really like it, and from this job I got another one in an international food company, and I was really happy with my career. I received an invitation to be the director of one new division, but they said, you have to go to this coaching program to be able to manage this new area. And I said, not a problem. And I did the coaching program, and after I finished this program, the coaching said, you know what, you have an entrepreneur soul, you should start your business, you're in the wrong place. I agree with him. I decided to leave this company, and I partnered with a person who already had an event company. She had great customers like Microsoft, Nortel, Brazil Telecom, all in the technology area, and she used to run more than 20 events a month. So we partnered and we decided to work together. This was for 2 years of my life, and I ended up selling this company and working for the government. I had an opportunity to start organizing events for São Paulo, in the São Paulo city, for a division of the government, and I learned a lot as well. During this period, my entrepreneur soul started talking again, and I decided to open a real estate portal, and I got the sponsorship of a bank. I learned a lot how to become a financial counselor, and my husband got the opportunity to move here to United States with his job. And we always wanted to have an international experience with our family, and we said, why not? So I sold my business again, came here to United States, and I had the chance to start from scratch. So I know how hard it is to come to a new country, adapt, find schools, buy a house, establish yourself, learn about the culture, learn about the food. It took me almost a year for our family to adapt here. But then, again, I wanted to go back working. I hired a coaching to help me out, find something that I would love to do here in the United States. And I told her that part of my time in Brazil, I used to dedicate it to nonprofits. 20% of my time, normally one day out of a week, I used to go to nonprofits and help them out with my knowledge. And this was the most pleasurable time in my life. And she said, why don't you go 100% nonprofit, work for nonprofits? And I said, you know what? That's a great idea. So I interviewed more than 20 nonprofits to understand their need, because I wanted to help them with the marketing and fundraising. But I figured out that their need was, they had a lack of technology in place to be able to run their nonprofits. So I partnered with a Salesforce implementation company to start implementing this CRM to help nonprofits grow. I learned a lot about technology, I learned a lot about nonprofits here in the United States, but I wanted to put in practice the knowledge that I studied as well as a life coach. I did 3 certifications in this area. The last one was a certification to become a facilitator in the 3rd sector, and I want to put this in practice. So right now I'm working with technology and also as a life coach, and I love to help people. My purpose is to inspire people to bring presence, enthusiasm, and balance to their daily activities, be more efficient, and consequently make their dreams come true. Using active and non-judgmental listening, my organizational skills, technology, and nurturing the balance of energy, I help my clients to increase awareness of their role in the world, make better choices, set goals, and achieve results. I truly believe that the triad of success will be based on the relationship with yourself, with the world, and the relationship you establish with other people. Thank you so much. I hope you contact me for us to schedule a call. I want to know everything about you, and maybe we can work together one of these days. Thank you so much.